At 12:23 p.m. ET on July 22nd, Meta's stock price was down 3.1%. Despite the hiccups along the way, the currents were always in Facebook's favor. To $2.46 per share, Meta's earnings decreased 32%. With this, is Meta stock a buy? In today's video, find out is Meta stock a buy? Why Facebook Meta stock is falling. Executives from Meta Platforms claimed that in 2022 alone, lost sales due to Apple's tracking changes might total $10 billion. The stock fell after the disclosure that accompanied Facebook's Q4 earnings report in early February. Wall Street dumped Meta stock due to its declining ability to advertise on mobile devices. It is impossible to assess how much money the company is betting on the metaverse in the long term. The severe recession may create a compelling entry point for buyers interested in purchasing a business with a monthly reach of 3.6 billion people. From 1.96 billion in Q2, there were 1.968 billion daily active Facebook users in Q2. Daily active users in the US increased from 196 million to 197 million. But the reality might be more complicated than the rise in users indicates. According to a recent Pew survey, barely 2% of teenagers say they use Facebook. All teenagers can be found on TikTok, leaving Facebook for the elderly. Following second quarter earnings results that missed expectations on Wednesday, Meta, the parent company of Facebook, saw a sharp decline in its stock during after-hours trading. Investors were particularly alarmed by the company's bleak revenue outlook and struggling online advertising business. At 12:23 p.m. ET on July 22nd, Meta's stock price was down 3.1%. Although there was a monthly reach of 3.6 billion people, the company's share price has decreased by 58%. Let's discuss this in a bit. From 1.96 billion in Q2. This channel is not a source of financial advice or an investing or planning tool. Before investing, always conduct your research. For the first time, Meta stock fell year over year in the second quarter, falling 1% to $28.8 billion. Additionally, the outcome fell short of the $28.9 billion revenue prediction that analysts had predicted. Jason Swade thinks, "You should welcome a bear market since it puts stocks back on sale." That misses disclosure Thursday sent its stock tumbling. However, on Friday, investors kept pushing the shares lower as they likely continued to process Meta's poor performance after DZ Bank analyst Inga Wehrman downgraded Meta from a hold to a sell and lowered its price objective to $140. New economic statistics reported on Thursday may be related to investors' persistent pessimism about Meta. According to a Bureau of Economic Analysis study, the United States gross domestic product declined in Q2 for the second consecutive quarter. The country may be in a recession as a result of this decline. If you subscribe, you will easily access this channel's content. So if you haven't already, make sure to before you forget. Investors in Meta have recently been far less confident in the software company. This company's share price has decreased by 58% in the last year. With its recent quarterly results, the company didn't inspire investors. Given that the stock has been downgraded and the government data indicates the economy is slowing down, it's not surprising that Meta's shares are still declining. Not only has the Meta stock been downgraded, but its user growth has slowed. We will look into this shortly. A value stock. With an estimated value of $486 billion, Meta isn't exactly cheap, but Meta has turned into a value stock because the stock has fallen much more than earnings. Its price-earnings ratio is 15, compared to the average S&P 500 stocks ratio of 20. Additionally, Meta is reducing spending by billions to maintain profitability while sales stagnate. If Meta can overcome the present obstacles and start to profit from its investments in the metaverse, it shows a lot of potential upsides. With so much uncertainty, investors should search for better chances and keep an eye on the Meta stocks chart to see if the firm has changed course. Nothing in this video should be construed as expert advice on finances. Before investing, always conduct your research. Meta stock analysis. The Meta stock has attempted 4 rallies to reach its 50-day line since its 26% drop on February 3rd following its Q4 earnings announcement. The first 4 fell short. Facebook's stock increased 0.2% to $180.89 on Monday. The downtrend of lower highs and lower lows for Meta stock has not yet been broken. Since Meta's all-time high of $384.33 on September 1st, this bearish trend has persisted. On September 20th, Meta shares crossed their 50-day line, indicating a sell signal. Following earnings on Thursday, July 28th, Facebook shares fell 5.2% but have since risen. At the end of July, the relative strength line, which measures a stock's performance against the S&P 500, hit a 7-year low. Is Meta stock a buy? Earlier successful content changes, like the switch to stories in smartphones, have been compared by Meta management to its present transition to Reels monetization. However, this time is distinct. Due to increased competition and privacy changes, user growth has slowed down, and its dominance in display advertising has been challenged. Meta is still investing heavily to position itself for the promise of the metaverse, which may not materialize for many years. All of this makes it difficult to believe in the resilience of Meta's return, which will be delayed until the recession's clouds part. With that said, buying Meta stock is not recommended. Our content is only informative. Before making any investments, please do your research. Do not take anything we may provide as legal, tax, or investment advice. With an estimated value of $486 billion, you are wondering if Meta is really cheap or it's a scam. Well, stop wondering and watch our next video on Meta Stock Analysis Review: Cheap or Scam in Disguise.